If you recall what happened about a couple weeks ago at the Clash of the Coliseum, Kyle Larson dumped Bubba Wallace and said he did it out of retaliation. Well, now we have Bubba Wallace weighing in on this, and he says that he had it coming, although he does think that Larson dumping him was BS. Before we get into this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. Before we get to Wallace's comments, let's go over exactly what happened. This is the wreck right here. You can see Kyle Larson, blue number 5 car is right there, and then Bubba Wallace is in this white number 23 car right in front of him, and you're going to see Wallace go for a ride. So Larson just kind of punts him right there at the beginning of the corner, and Wallace goes around, and that would be the end of the race. Speaking in a post-race press conference, Larson admitted that he did it on purpose. Let's take a listen here.
Gambling fan, FrenchRush.com. Kyle, so can you explain what maybe happened between you and Bubba that sent him around there in the last few laps?
Well, so he was really fast there on one of the long runs there at the end, and I let him go because he was way faster. And then the restarts get crazy. I think it was the second last restart, and I was able to get in front of him, and then the leaders started racing, and that was right when Ty Gibbs got back in line, and Bubba just decided to run through me and sent me through Ty and spun him. So I hated that because, we're running 5th, 6th, and 7th. I just thought we would kind of just settle in and get to the finish. But yeah, so and then there I was just like, okay, whatever. It's the style of this racing. And then I haven't seen any of the replays from the last restart, but he got me again, and then got me again the next corner. So I think at that point, that was 3 times to my none. So I wanted to get him back before the checkered. I wasn't trying to spin him out or anything. I was just trying to shove him through the corner like he was doing me, and he ended up going around. So product of this racing and finally reaching my limit, I guess. But yeah, just how it goes.
So that is what Larson had to say in the post-race press conference. He then did an appearance on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio where he reiterated those comments. Let's take a listen.
Just another one, but it's just listen. I got hit 3 different times by him, and it was the last lap, and I was gonna get my hit in finally. So I wasn't trying to spin him or anything, but just shove him through the corner like he was shoving me through the corner. So if roles were reversed, I would have expected the same thing that he got. So I hope he understands that. But we've had our run-ins before, but I haven't talked to him, and who knows if there's even anything to talk about. But just another.
So obviously pretty much saying the same thing there in an interview with SiriusXM NASCAR Radio the following day of the Clash. Well, now we do have some comments from Bubba Wallace regarding what his thoughts are. And he basically says that he had it coming, but he does think that him getting dumped was BS. Let's take a listen.
Mad after the Clash?
No. I was, getting dumped, whatever, that's BS. Because I moved Larson, I wrecked Ty. I moved Larson into Ty, so there you have that. And then, I moved Larson again, so I had it coming. And I just didn't do a good job of keeping him behind me. So that was that. And so I was quickly over it. After we talked with the team, I was just like, that's a chaos, and I guess that's what they want. But, I think before that it was going well. Bowman got into Reddick and got me around, and I think that changed the mentality a little bit. But no, I wasn't mad.
So that's what Bubba Wallace had to say there. Surprised that he said that. He's actually taking responsibility. He had it coming. He knew that he had kind of roughed up Larson earlier in the race, and he was expecting it. And he probably should have done a better job, maybe anticipating when Larson was going to do that and staying in front of him and keeping Larson maybe a little bit further away so he wouldn't be able to pull that move on him. But that is what Bubba Wallace had to say there. Definitely, I think, shows a little bit of increase in maturity level there. We'll see if it stays that way throughout the rest of the season. I know he has obviously made a number of controversial, to say the least, comments over the past couple of years. I think just last year he was talking about how he messed up as a driver and he should be fired, and just things like that. And obviously there's obviously a lot of other things that he said, but those kind of things come to mind where it does look like he's maybe more mentally prepared for this coming season. He's able to deal with kind of these knocks and maybe aggressive and tight racing a little bit better than what he had been in the past. But let me know what you guys make, what Bubba Wallace had to say here. Let me know in the comments below.